Hello and welcome back to my video series. This is Teacher Wayne. In that last video we had it so the player had a health bar. As you can see, I'm just doing a recap from my previous video, and the player was taking damage. Now there's no reason why you wouldn't want a game just to be like that, where you just have a player character that just runs away and escapes from the zombie and takes damage. Now that's fine in itself, but what we want to do now is we want to get it so that the player can engage with a zombie and deal the zombie damage. The zombie gets a health bar, we can shoot it, we'll have a gun, etc, etc. So I'm going to show that in this video now. Hello, so I've just given an overview of where we are with the video series. You can make a functional game that way, as I was saying, but what I want to move on to now is the zombie. We're going to look at a way of interacting with this zombie. The zombie can engage with the player and attack the player, as you've just seen. But what we want to do is we want to be able to attack this zombie and disable or kill it. So one of the things that I want to show you for this video is we're going to create a health bar above the zombie that we can see when we shoot at it taking damage. So that's my next goal, is to show you how to make that. Now we're going to create a canvas. We've already done it for the player. So for the player we've got our HUD. I'm just going to show you briefly the HUD here. Can you see that's the press that there, you can see the grid. That turns the grid lines on so you can see what you're doing, the gizmos in the grid line, and that's our HUD bar. Now we're going to do something similar for the zombie, but obviously not using that. What I've done here is I've added a new sprite called proximity, and I'll give you an asset to that in the description for this video. But let's go to the zombie. So what we're going to do is I'm just facing him that way so you can see it's easier here in mind. So what you want to do is get your zombie in frame like that. Keep the gizmos on because it's useful, because we're going to be adding stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to add the HUD here. So we right click, we do UI the same, and we add a canvas. The same as we did for the player. And I'm going to rename this, and I'm going to call this zombie UI. Well, I'm going to call it zombie, UI order. So to differentiate it from the player one. So we have a canvas, but this is not, we want to change this from screen space overlay. We need to change that to world space. There's some significant differences. Can you see it says camera? So we need to find the camera. I'll click there, and if you don't find it that way, you go to the player, and it is the eyes, remember. So you just drag the eyes across and you put them there. So the first thing is we need to see this camera, this HUD through the player's eyes. Then we want to change all these figures here because they're all wrong. So position here, first of all, the width is just ridiculous, and the height is wrong. But before we do that, we need to change this dynamic pixels per unit, because what we want to do is we're going to put a tiny HUD above his head, so we need to put more pixels in it for that to work. So we change this from 1 to 1000. Oops, 10,000, 1000. Then we want to change the position, the width to 1. Oops, 1, Wayne, 1, and the height to 0.1. And then is that 0.1? Yes. And then we change the position to 0, 0, 0. You see at the bottom, it's right now. Can you see you've got a little thing there? If we move this up, we want to position that right above his head. For me it's 1.88, whatever. For you it may be different, but just position this above the head of the zombie where you want the where you want the health bar to be. That we're literally going to fill this entire area with a health bar. Now obviously you can shape it as you want. So on here, once again, we go UI, we add a sprite image, and this image is obviously vast. We change that to 1 and 0.1. And because I'm talking about this proximity, what we're going to do is going to drag that. Oh, first of all, we need to change. It's changed it to there. Will it let me drag that into there? It's not letting me change it. So what's happening here? Oh, multiple. It must be single. Open sprite editor. Yes. There you go. Should. Oh, there you go. Can you see it's got this little arrow? Because we changed it from multiple to single. That was my mistake. Click on that there. If you get the same thing, do the same yourself. So click on image, click and drag that to there. Ah, there we go. Now obviously that's white. We don't want it white. We want to change the health bar to something more appropriate. Double click it. Let's pick a nice green. There we got a nice green health bar. And once again, we do as we did for the player. We go simple. We change it to filled. We change it to horizontal. And you can change it from left to right or right to left, depending how you want to do this. But can you see what happened? I want it right to left. Yeah, I want it so that it goes that way. So I've changed it that way. That is the actual GUI for the play. So if we go to the game and we go into the game view and we go into let's just press play. Let's have a look what it happens. Just check it out. I always check every single little step. It's a good idea to do that. So I'm just pressing play. It's taking a while. I don't know why. Here we go. There we go. Now, can you see something? Can you see how the health bar, if we're not aligned with it, I don't know why it's doing that attack. I'm not interested too much to look at that. Oh, I'm taking damage. Oh, it is working now. I just went a bit wappy for a second. That's because I've got a tree in the way. Oh, taking damage. Back away. But can you see the HUD? Because it's following me now. The HUD, his health is actually, because of the zombies constantly facing me. But there was a stage in the game. Let me press play again. I wanted to show you a problem, because we're going to fix this problem in the next video. Oops. I'll come this side. Come keep some distance so I don't initiate the attack. Can you see how I can't fully see? What we want is that health bar to be fully seen by the player. We don't ever want to play. So can you see, look, the health bar's vanished. We want that health bar facing the player at all times. So that's going to be my next video. Anyway, this is Teacher Wayne saying thank you very much for listening, and thank you very much. Please, will you like and subscribe? It helps me with this channel. It helps me make more videos. Thank you and goodbye.